Hi, have you heard anything yet?
She must know how worried sick I'd be. Maybe that's the point. Why else leave her mobile behind? I just wish she told me what I'd done wrong instead of whatever this is meant to be.
Blaming yourself is not going to help. There's probably a million reasons why she decided not to turn up.
But why stay out all night? Unless it's some way of having a dig at me. You find a way to get in touch, something, anything.
Well, everyone's looking for her now. I'm sure that one of her mates are going to text us soon.
You trust me, when she turns up, I'm going to be having words. She is 18 years old. Time for childish behaviour has long passed.
Yeah, agreed. But let's just get her home safe first, and then we'll see what she has to say for herself.
She has no idea what she's putting us through.
Babe, I am sure she's waking up right now on her mate's sofa with that sinking feeling.
Even so. Right, I'm going to make a few phone calls, get work to cancel my appointments. Tell the police she still hasn't turned up, see if they can actually help now.
Right, I'm going to make some food. David texted, he said him and Jacob were going to go looking for her again. Look, between us, we're going to have her home in no time.
I'm glad you think so. I'll be honest. I know I'm tired and stressed out, but...
Don't. All right, there's going to be a perfectly simple explanation. Don't you go getting carried away.
Hey, what is it? Have you found Leanna? Look, I hope she's not in any trouble.
I'm afraid it's more serious than that, sir. It might be best to sit down.
I don't want to sit down. I want to know what's going on.
Nana's okay, isn't she?
Of course she's okay. She has to be.
We're managing a scene on the outskirts of the village.
That sounds very official.
A body's been found by the Humpback Bridge. From the description of the clothing and the first-hand identification from the passerby who raised the alarm, Bernice Blackstock. We've every reason to believe it could be your daughter.
No. Liam. Liam, where are you going? Liam! Oh, God, please wait! Just stop, OK? Please. Please don't do this to yourself. Please.
Oh, Liam. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to say. I tried to help her, but there was nothing I could do. Too late. It was so tragic. She was lying there in the water.
Doing on the bridge in the first place.
She's the only one who would know the answers. And obviously she can't speak for herself now.
Yeah, I get that. Don't need to spell it out. Liam.
We are so sorry, Liam. It's such a tragic waste. If there's anything we can do...
What happened to her? I need to know.
I'm afraid it's too soon to tell.
I'm a friend. We fell out, but we were going travelling.
Jake, don't do this, come on.
I can't let you through. I'm sorry.
She's his daughter. Don't you want to know what happened to her?
Yeah, of course we do. It's just going to take time.
Why don't you care about her? What is wrong with you?
Liam?
They're moving her now, sir. She'll be taken to the mortuary.
She's all alone. I should go with her.
We'll let you know as soon as you can see her, but for now it might be best to go home. I'll be in touch.
You wouldn't go through all this trouble if it was an accident.
It's procedure. All unexplained deaths are considered suspicious.
So you do know more than you're letting on.
As soon as we have any answers, you will be the first to know, I can assure you. Until then, I'm sorry. There really is nothing more I can tell you.
I was so excited. David's just texted he's caught up with Jacob. He's not in a good way. Sorry.
No. You're right to be worried about him. Just like he was right in what he said. I should have demanded answers.
There's going to be time for that.
She was out there all night, alone. If it wasn't an accident,
But don't.
then how did she get there?
All right, just don't do this to yourself.
What? Dare to think how awful her last moments might have been. Alone, trying to call out.
It's not going to help anyone, is it? You thinking the worst.
Help who exactly? Me? Why in hell's name would I want to feel any better? I'm her father. She needed me. I let her down.
I'll get you a drink.
I don't want a drink. I've got to be able to think straight. You go and see Jacob. He needs you right now.
No, I'm not going anywhere, okay? I am staying here with you.
Just don't. Please. I don't want any comfort or sympathy or meaningless words. I want my daughter back. Can you give me that? Huh? Can you work miracles? I thought not. If someone did this to her...
I don't know that.
Someone took her from me. Someone took my beautiful girl.
Yeah, I'm on my way now.
Inspector. How's the investigation going?
It's, very early days, Dr. Cavanagh.
But the early days are when you find out most information, aren't they?
We certainly aim to.
What does that mean? You got nothing?
I can't imagine how hard this is for you, Doctor, but what I can do is assure you that
The only assurance I want is that you find out how this happened.
That's what they're trying to do, innit?
Absolutely.
Do you have any suspects?
At this point, we're still trying to establish how she died.
She walked over that bridge 100 times, more. She didn't suddenly forget how to not fall off it.
Liam.
We need to wait for the results of the post-mortem, which will hopefully give us a clearer idea of how to proceed.
You mean speaking to people, yes?
Of course.
So who doesn't have an alibi?
I'm not going to tell you that.
Well, they should. You should.
Liam, please, let's just go back inside, yeah?
We'll be in touch soon, Doctor.
People don't just fall off bridges!
That's not why she...
Liam, how are you?
I saw the police leave here earlier. They wouldn't tell me anything. What did he say?
They were just talking to you, Jacob, weren't they? I was gonna come over. Do you need anything?
What did you tell them?
Just when I last saw her and stuff.
What stuff?
Just that.
And when did you?
You know when? I went looking for her before a party.
The party that never was, the party that never will be.
Yeah,
You were gonna go with her, weren't you, Jake? Travelling.
he knows.
But you didn't find her.
Of course not.
And Bernice did.
Yeah.
And someone else first. Oh, sorry, is this hard for you, Jacob? It's very inconvenient that she died before she left the country, wasn't it?
What?
It means you have to think about her. Which I know you'd rather not, having cast her aside.
I didn't.
You broke her heart. And then you tried to make yourself feel better.
Jacob, there's some boxes at the back. I need your muscles, please. Liam, I'm so sorry. If there's anything at all you need... Jacob.
Do you want a drink?
I want my daughter back, David.
I know. I'm so sorry.
The police aren't taking it seriously.
I'm sure they are. They've been round talking to everyone from that night. Liv, Gabby, Jacob, you know. Dan, I think.
Why Dan?
Because he saw Leanna talking to Billy.
Billy?
Yeah. I'm sure they've spoken to him too. They're just asking questions. Liam! Liam!
In the beer garden, you know, throwing stuff at stuff.
Yeah, sounds like you got it nailed.
Yeah, and, you know, we wouldn't charge to enter because we'd sell more drinks because people would want to be there, wouldn't they?
Let's say yes.
Is he treading on the toes of Hop, do you think?
Look, if you're making a bit more money, then you can afford to lose a tenant, yeah?
Oh, you're never moving on. Listen, I'm not kicking Mac out just because you don't like the fact he dared to speak to Dawn. Liam, how are you?
You saw Leanna that day?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
And what happened?
Happened nothing. She said hi.
Well, you said hi, she said hi, and that was that.
No, we talked for a bit.
You might have been the last person to...
Yeah, no, I know. She was upset. I just tried to help. She was sacking off a party, just mooching around.
And what else?
Not much. Necking Prosecco like it was some sort of contest. I just told her, well, I suggested that she got herself back up there and enjoyed herself and forgot about it.
Forget what?
Her and Jacob, that's why she was upset.
So not her and you?
Her and me, no, why?
Well, you led her on and broke her heart like he did.
I don't think that's quite what you meant.
Liam, I did neither. Look, I let her down gently and she moved on by then.
Well, she still came to see you?
No, we bumped into each other.
And then someone else did, on the bridge. Bumped or pushed.
Liam, I'm so sorry.
She just lay there on her own like a bag of rubbish thrown out of a car.
Come back, eh?
No one knows a thing. Or if they do, they're not telling me.
Liam, come back with me. Come on.
I just want to know what happened to my little girl. What have you found out?
The pathologist has completed his report, Doctor.
And?
Leanna's death's not being treated as suspicious.
So do it again.
They're very thorough.
So do it again and be more thorough.
The toxicology report found there were no traces of drugs in her system, prescription or otherwise.
Of course not.
And 150 milligrams of alcohol, which is considerably above the legal limit for driving, for example. But understandable considering that this was a young lady on her 18th birthday.
She didn't do this to herself.
No, sir. But were her coordination and balance impaired, combined with the shoes she was wearing? We've established a point of impact at the scene, and a post-mortem examination has found that Leanna's death was caused by an accidental fall. I'm able to return Leanna's personal items at this stage. I really am very sorry.
Thanks.
I don't know what to say.
I'd like a moment, please.
Yeah, of course. I'll take these upstairs and then I'll just go for a walk or something.
Can you make it a long one? Just need some space.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know where the kids get their strength from. Jacob said Gabby's been a real support. You should be proud of her.
I don't know how she does it. She gets it from her mother.
I don't know if I can do this.
It's okay, I'm right beside you.
Yeah, me too.
Are you kidding me?
I've been messaging you. Where have you been?
You're letting them hold a memorial for my daughter without my consent.
I'm sure they'd like you to say a few words.
Oh, how kind of them.
Liam, please don't be angry.
I think it's a lovely idea.
Liam?
Liam, we were just about to say goodbye.
By putting on this sick spectacle.
It's not like that.
Really? My daughter's barely been dead a week, and you pull a stunt like this?
We just wanted to pay our respects.
Respect? As if you even know what that means.
That's enough now, come on.
Listen, if you're going to be angry with anyone, be angry with me. I gave her that Prosecco.
Liv.
No, it's my fault. It's my fault that she was drunk.
Let's just take a break, shall we?
You're not only intent on ruining your pathetic life, but you have to drag my daughter into it as well.
I'm sorry.
People like you, all you can say is sorry. But you still drink yourselves into oblivion because you're too selfish to care about anyone else.
Liam.
You shouldn't have done that.
Really? You want to lecture me on the way to behave? Well, you should have thought about that before Leanna died.
Jake.
Don't.
You happy now?
Ecstatic.
We just go home.
Show's over, folks. Go on, go on.
Where are you going?
You too, Lola.
Liam.
You lot can clear off as well. Go on. Go home. Go home.
Hey.
Hi. The kettle's just boiled.
I'm all right, thanks. Have you been?
Out.
Is that it? You've been gone most of the day?
I was with Leanna at the chapel.
On your own?
I'm a big boy, Lena.
I know, but you told me you needed some space.
Yes, because I wanted to be on my own.
Why don't we take a seat?
What for?
I don't know, Liam, that's just what couples do, don't they? They get comfy and then they have a private chat.
Do you really think I'm in the mood to get comfy?
Sorry, I am sorry, all right? I didn't mean that. I just wanted to have a chat with you about what happened earlier, OK?
Listen, I'm tired.
What does that mean?
I think you should go and stay at David's this evening.
I want to go and stay at David's.
I don't care what you want.
I am your wife. I should be here with you.
This is exactly why I don't want you here. You never listen or think about your actions, like giving Leanna those high heels.
What about him?
She wasn't used to them. She stumbled and fell off that bridge because of you.
Are you saying that I killed her?
Maybe.
Okay, yeah. Maybe the heels were too high, and maybe the road was uneven, and maybe she'd had too much to drink. There are so many what ifs, Liam, that you're going to drive yourself mad thinking about them. None of it. None of it is going to change the fact that Leanna is gone. You're lashing out. It's okay. Just come here.
You stay away from me.
We made a promise to each other. For better or for worse.
What is wrong with you?
I love you. Liam, I love you. I do, and I am not going to go anywhere, all right? Oh, you're up.
Well observed.
Went to David's. I got some croissants and some pastries and that.
Took the opportunity to check up on Jacob.
Yeah, I did, because he's grieving and all. I wanted to talk to you about what happened yesterday at the memorial.
Do I really have to go through this again? Those people weren't Leanna's friends. They were just self-serving narcissists who wanted to wallow in someone else's grief.
I hear you. And I know that you're hurting. And I really, really want to help, but I cannot do that unless you talk to me. So, Liam, please, can we just sit down and have a coffee and talk?
I know you mean well. But save your empathy for your son. My daughter is dead. Gone. Nothing more to say. You thought a couple of croissants and a coffee could sort things out?
Where are you going?
Somewhere I can hear myself think.
Liam, please, will you just stay and talk to me?
God.
Liam, how are you? If you have a moment.
I'm busy.
I don't know if you've had a chance to speak to Layla, but we spoke yesterday about funeral arrangements.
I'm Leanna's father. Layla was nothing to her. Why didn't you come to me first?
I just wanted her to let you know that whenever you're ready to discuss how you want to lay Leanna to rest, I'm there for you.
And I know where to find you. If that's all.
She's worried about you.
But she can save it for someone else.
Shared grief can be cathartic in a way.
I don't have time for this.
I know that you're grieving, but your wife's grieving too.
She has no idea. How could she? Her son's still alive.
I'm so deeply sorry for you.
Stop. Right there. I don't want to hear about your God. The God that doesn't exist, because if they did, why would they strike down a young woman with a whole life ahead of her?
I know you feel this kind of bereavement seems overwhelming, but...
I know you see this as your vocation. To comfort the afflicted with empty words and pseudo-spiritual assurances of the life hereafter, but I'm warning you now. I will find no comfort in the cliches you're about to roll out to justify Leanna's premature death.
I would never dream...
Like the flowers and candles, those virtue-signalling idiots left by the bridge yesterday, they signify nothing. I don't want my daughter in the life eternal. I want her here, living the life she was cruelly cheated of. So you can save your religious platitudes for your congregation. I don't want to know.
I'm a father too. I know you're hurting. And I'm here for you. Anytime.
Not a single word about Jesus. Your so-called savior is as dead to me as my daughter.
I don't do God either.
Sorry, I'm being stalked by the vicar.
Help yourself.
You know,
Seems wrong.
Hi. I'm sorry about the other day. The memorial.
you should have asked. I could have handled it better.
It won't happen again. Have you sorted out the funeral? Only it might help. You, I mean.
Can't remember what I came in for now. There is something you can do. If you like.
Sure.
I keep going into her room, sort through her things. Just tidy up, if nothing else. Only then I can't face it. So end up sitting there, not knowing how to begin. It might be easier with someone else there.
Me?
You don't have to, I just thought.
No, I'd like to. If you're sure.
Come around this afternoon?
Is that really weird?
I think it was his way of saying sorry.
Hey. Did you manage to get any sleep?
There was a woman with a little girl. 4, maybe 5. She had long blonde hair. She had a real spark about her. I must have been staring.
Should we get you home?
They didn't hang around. Suddenly decided they had urgent business elsewhere. Away from the scary man. The man whose daughter died. I don't know which is worse. The people who completely avoid me. Or the ones who just want to make a pantomime out of it all.
Are you, talking about the memorial?
No. Well, yes. Jacob's apologized.
Well, you know, he wouldn't have meant any harm. None of them would.
He asked about the funeral.
How did you feel about that?
It's too soon.
I know, but we've got to start thinking about it.
How am I supposed to do that? Go from planning our 18th to working out how to... I can't do it. However much you keep banging on about it.
I'm sorry. Just let me help. I was thinking it might be good for Jacob to be involved a bit. You know, he doesn't have to do much.
He's coming round later. Start going through her things.
All right, really?
I think she'd want me to be nice to him.
Yeah. Yeah, she would. And if we all pull together...
This is nothing to do with you. You barely even knew her.
Well, I mean, I didn't know her as well as I would have liked, but I'm your wife, you know. I'm just trying to make things easier for you.
You really have no idea of you. Do you think there's any way of making this easy?
I'm sorry,
Or that I want it to be.
I'm sorry, okay? I'm just trying to support you.
You don't listen, though. I've asked you for space, but you keep crowding me, stressing me out.
I'm sorry, okay? Just tell me what you want.
To have Leanna back. And if I had any choice, it would be you that was dead, and not her.
Are you sure you're all...
She was very fond of you.
I only ever wanted her to be happy. But I kept messing things up.
We all make mistakes.
I did love her, you know. She made me realise life should be fun. I sort of lost track of that. Sorry. Probably the last thing you want to hear.
She was always smiling. As better to remember her that way. She was going to be extraordinary. Really make her mark on the world. If only she'd had the time. Don't you ever waste a second, Jacob. You're a good lad.
If you need any more help or you ever want to talk about it, I promise I wasn't snooping, but she had the engagement ring. Only I couldn't see it anywhere.
There was a jewellery box on her dresser.
It wasn't in there.
I don't know where else it could be.
She was wearing it that day. It was... I bought it for it. It was important. Did the police...
There wasn't a ring.
Well, can you get them to check? She definitely had it on. She couldn't take it off.
I said it wasn't there.
Hey, steady on, mate.
Sorry, I just... if they've been through everything, you've been through everything.
I shouldn't have asked.
What's happened?
Leanna had a ring I gave her, but it's gone missing. She'd have been wearing it. Maybe she was robbed. Someone might have attacked her.
Steady on, Jake.
The police said it was an accident.
She might have taken it off to have a bath or shower. She must have got it off somehow. Or, it could have come loose if her hands got cold or something. She could have lost it anywhere.
Nah, she won't have done.
Jake, I'm sorry, he's just upset.
It's fine.
I should...
You gonna be okay?
You've spent... Have you eaten anything? Because we could get something.
I'm not hungry.
Just a sandwich or a bowl of soup, you know. Anything will make you feel a bit better. You've got to eat something.
I'm fine, honestly.
I'm sorry.
Please stop fussing.
I'm sorry, okay, I'm sorry. I'm just worried about you, that's all.
I know. Everyone is, apparently. I feel like I'm in a goldfish bowl. Everyone gulping at me, wondering what I'll do next.
Not everyone, though, am I?
No.
How's Jacob?
He was a bit wobbly. He was trying his best to hold it together. You know, if you're worried about anyone, maybe you should focus on him. I don't need babying. I keep asking for space. I'm not trying to be unkind. I know I've been unkind. I've said some awful things. I didn't mean it. Look, it was horrible. I don't even know where that came from.
It's okay, it's fine.
It's not. It's unforgivable.
You can push me away. But I'm not going anywhere, all right?
I just need to do this my way, okay? You want to help me? Go and look after your child. God knows I wish I could do the same.
It's something nobody...
My darling Lara. When you died, I never thought I'd breathe out again. But then I looked at our little girl and I knew I had to love her for both of us now. And make her smile, even though her tiny heart was broken. You gave me the most precious gift. And I lost her. I stood here and promised you I'd always take care of her. I failed you both, and I don't know how I'm going to live with it. Do you remember when she used to dress up in those net curtains and pretend to be a bride, and I'd have to be the vicar? I'd always pretend to get her middle name wrong. She gets so furious. It's Leanna Rose, Daddy. Now I'll never get to walk her down the aisle or hold our grandchild in my arms. All that promise squandered because of me. Will you tell her? I'm so sorry I wasn't there when she needed me most. I'm sorry, Leanna. I just want you back.
He loves me. Liam? What are you doing here? Everyone's been out looking for you.
Go away.
You're very popular, you know. Have you slept on this bench all night? Do you want me to drive you home?
No.
Well, you don't look in any fit state to drive yourself. Come on, let's go.
I said leave me alone.
Okay, we don't have to go back. But I'm not leaving you alone either. Bird muck. Shocking to get out. Nice here, isn't it? Peaceful. No one to fall out with. I'm so sorry, Liam. Bet you couldn't ever have imagined moving on when you lost her. But you did, didn't you? You've had 2 wives since. Sorry. Clumsy. What I'm trying badly to say is life goes in weird directions right when you least expect it. One day you will get over this pain. And you'll find a way through. Sorry. I'm so rubbish at this stuff, aren't I? Come home, Liam. People care about you. I wouldn't drum up half the crowd if I went missing.
I can't go back. Everywhere I look, I see her looking back at me.
Layla.
Leanna. I was in a jacket or pink hoodie, laughing and taking the mickey out of me. Everything smells of her, everything's filled with her. I feel like I'm suffocating or drowning. I never imagined grief could feel so much like drowning.
Well, you certainly had a lot of experience.
This is a whole other level. I can't see a way through it.
I had a friend once. She died, took her own life. Her mum said the best thing she ever did was clear everything out. She figured what she couldn't see couldn't hurt her. Makes sense, doesn't it? And what good is any of her stuff to you? Especially if it destroys you. I mean, that's just masochism. What you can't see won't hurt you anymore. Should we go home now?
He hasn't left you.
The last thing he said to me was leave me alone.
And 2 weeks ago, he was getting married to you. You saw how happy he was.
Do you know, that feels like years ago now.
Yeah, because of what's happened. He's not himself at the moment. Probably just needed a bit of time out.
Yeah, from me.
Ta-da! Look who I found.
Liam! Liam! Where have you been? I've been worried sick.
OK, Layla. He's drunk a bottle of whiskey and is a little bit fragile, so probably best to give him some space.
I can't believe that you found him.
You're so welcome.
What happened? Are you okay?
Can we do this later? Just need to go home.
Are you okay?
Fine. Sorry for alarming everyone.
Where were you?
I was driving for hours and then I went to Lara's grave, a bottle of whiskey, and got quite late. I was so tired, I just slept on a bench. I say slept.
You look exhausted. Let's get you home, yeah?
Do you mind if... I can't bear any fuss at the moment. I just need a shower and then, I'll see you back at home. Thanks for the chat, Lena. Really helped.
Any time, Liam.
Don't leave me.
You've just thrown her away like she's rubbish.
I donated her belongings to a charity. Now, Leanna was very keen on saving the planet. Is exactly what she would have wanted.
She'd have wanted me to have something.
Well, like that ring you're so desperate to find.
Something to remind me.
Oh, so you can make a shrine to your dead ex-girlfriend, plaster it all over social media for likes?
No.
Or maybe organise another self-serving, mawkish memorial event. You'd like that, wouldn't you? So you can wallow in your fake grief with all your fake friends.
Right, come on, Jacob, now's not a good time.
You couldn't wait to get rid of her, could you? She told me loads of times she always thought you hated her. Underneath.
Please, just stop it.
She used to cry all the time. After her mum died, she needed you, but you couldn't be bothered. You just moved in that psycho weirdo who abused me and messed with her head.
All right, that is enough.
I think you better get him home, don't you?
Look, he's really sorry, okay? He's just very upset.
I'm not sorry. I've done nothing wrong. But he has. He's been a rubbish dad. I hope Leanna comes back to haunt you. I hope you see her every time you shut your eyes.
Your son appears to be a little overwrought.
He didn't mean any of that.
He meant every word.
Jacob is really, really sorry. Me and him have had a good chat, and he's going to come over himself and talk to you when everything's calmed down.
Tell him to stay out of my way.
You can't keep him at arm's length forever, and you can't keep avoiding me.
We're here, aren't we? Together?
Yes, but in your head, you're just somewhere that I can't reach you.
Oh, Layla, the psychotherapist, speaks.
I am worried about you. You are acting irrationally. You're not sleeping. You're not eating.
I've just lost the last remaining member of my family. What do you expect me to do? Throw a party?
I am your family. You know when you went missing? I was in bits. And I found out where you were. Lara's grave, drinking yourself senseless.
This is exactly why I couldn't share that with you. If you'd known where I was going, you'd have felt threatened, you'd have tried to stop me.
I would have gone with you. All right, I would have supported you. I want to be there for you. But if I am just making things worse, if you get more comfort from a dead woman than you do from me, then I'll just leave you alone. I meant every word and every promise that I made on our wedding day. I will always be there for you. And I will always love you.
Layla, stop. Don't go, please. Ever since we heard the news about Leanna, you've done everything you can to support me, and all I've done is berate you avoid you.
It's not me you're angry at, I know that.
I'm just so furious with her. You know, for leaving us so soon, for getting so senselessly drunk. I mean, she just threw her life away. You know, when she was a little girl, she was so scared of the dark. I used to have to leave the light on as she went to bed. And now she's in the darkness. She was the light of my life. And now you're the only one left who loves me. I need you so much.
You let me walk into court with you behind her.
Go back up to bed for a bit.
I'm okay, honestly. I just want to try and get through some of this.
Oh, for the funeral?
Yeah.
I don't think you're ready to face that yet.
I'm just thinking of things I need to do for her. Stuff to include. Just, felt like I should write it down.
Are you going to get her cremated so she can be with Lara?
No, I want her buried. I mean, her life was here, and I want to be near her so I can visit.
It's important.
I haven't really thought about the other stuff, you know. What to wear or music. You know, it's different when it's a child, isn't it?
Yeah.
I knew what to do with Lara. She was a grown-up. There were rules to follow, and people just help, and you just get it. But Leanna was my baby girl. How do you know where to start?
Just take your time. Don't push yourself too hard. You're still trying to process everything.
I don't think I can do it on my own. Lena, will you help me?
Yeah, of course I will. If you promise that you're going to start taking care of yourself, get some proper rest.
Okay.
You haven't touched your breakfast.
No, I'm not feeling great, actually.
Be exhausted. And get to bed till 3.
I hadn't realised the time.
I saw you dug out some pictures of Leanna. Is that for the order of service?
What? No, just... those are just my photos, family photos. Holidays, Leanna with her mum.
All right. Hi.
Layla, Liam, really good to see you both.
Yeah, good to see you. Can I get you a drink?
I'm fine just for now, thanks.
Yeah, well, should we get started then, if that's all right with you?
That's why we're here.
As I explained to Layla, there's a general service that we follow, but lots of ways that we can make the ceremony more personal to Leanna. Music, most obviously, if there's anything that she particularly loved or that reminds you of her, perhaps.
Right.
OK, well, I'm sure I'll come up with something. I'll have a think.
Of course. I don't know if you've given any thoughts to any readings you'd like, Liam?
No. No, I haven't.
Well, obviously, I'd happily suggest something.
I think that'd be best. I was thinking it might be nice, too, if Leanna's friends could be involved, you know. Pay tribute to her.
Sorry, how exactly?
Well, that'd be up to them. But I'm sure they'd really appreciate being asked.
Apologies, I thought Leanna was my daughter. What I'd prefer doesn't come into it, presumably.
No, but of course it does. That's why we're here. To give Leanna the send-off that you want.
Right. You're both going to have to excuse me. Now's not good for me, it turns out.
Liam?
Perhaps we should take a breather. I can grab myself that coffee.
I think it's better I go. Layla is far more capable of organising a funeral than I am at the moment.
Liam, please.
You can tell me what you decided later. I'll see you at home.
Spend all night down here again.
Oh,
not sorry.
I think I can handle a scalded hand.
You know, you can't carry on like this. Look at you, you need some sleep.
And then what? Wake up and realise the truth all over again. I think I'd rather stay awake.
At least go and have a shower. I'll make some fresh coffee. I was hoping that maybe you could take a look at this for me. It's funeral arrangements. I put my ideas down in here. Just have a look when you're ready. I think it's what Leanna would have wanted. I'll leave it here. There's no rush.
I think I'll grab that shower.
Massive pink spots right in the middle.
Yeah, just in time for her turning up. I mean, talk about furious.
Do you mind telling me what's going on?
We were just gonna try and pick out a plot for Leanna.
What gave you the right? I suppose he's the reason for this rubbish as well.
He just wanted to try and help.
Help what? Exactly. Turn my daughter's funeral into some sort of tacky spectacle. It's like that stupid vigil. It's just pointless, self-indulgent. I mean, this is so terrible, I don't even know where to begin.
Should we just take a minute?
Wearing light blue? What's that got to do with anything?
It was a favourite colour.
Collage boards, music I've never even heard of.
It's what kids do these days.
I am not having Leanna's funeral used as some sort of social media event. Is that clear?
I wasn't trying to interfere.
And yet here you are again. It's bad enough that you're involved in Leanna's life.
Liam, do you mind?
It's all right, Mum, I get it.
Yeah, obviously not, given this rubbish. And just so you know, I will be burying her over there. I will not have your influence anywhere near this funeral.
Did you really have to be so cruel?
I want everything changing. None of this stays. Now, all I asked for was some help. When I needed you the most, and I get this.
Hey.
Hey.
Did you manage to find a place for Leanna? You know, that you were happy with?
What's that supposed to mean, is it? Is that some sort of dig?
No. Of course not. Look, I can't imagine how hard this is for you, and I'm just so sorry if anything I did made it worse. I just thought that...
That what? Listening to Jacob would help after that stupid vigil.
No, you're not the only one who loved her. Her friends want to remember her too.
We'll turn it into a hashtag event, more like. You know, if you think I'm pandering to Jacob's wishes...
Why are you being so hard on Jacob? You know, you might not like it, but he knew Leanna better than you think.
Some pathetic teenage crush. I mean... Was he ever really there when she needed him?
OK, fine. Just tell me what it is you want me to do and I'll do it.
I just want to be able to say goodbye to my daughter in my way. Is that too much to ask?
No, of course not. But are you up to arranging the funeral?
Well, it looks like I don't have a choice now, so thanks very much for that. Thanks for being there and really helping me through the worst time of my life. Job well done.
If it becomes too much.
Can we get on?
Sure. So you said on the phone that you wanted to revisit the order of the service?
Correct.
No problem. As long as we can get it printed by tonight and I can source any new music. Are we sticking with the Dua Lipa?
No.
Liam wants something a little bit more traditional. So, we're going to lose the pop songs and the colour scheme and Leanna's name in neon.
Ridiculous. How that was ever appropriate.
Right. OK. So, let's create a service that you'll be comfortable with. That's more personal to your daughter and maybe a little bit more...
Dignified, respectful.
Got you. We'll start with a timeline. Make sure that's working for you. From when Leanna leaves the Undertakers and arrives with you.
Sorry I'm late.
I mentioned that we were meeting, but I never invited him to join us.
Right. OK. So, what about music?
Already sorted.
Jacob.
I want hymns. The Lord is my shepherd.
We're having Dua Lipa and Lana Del Rey.
Abide with
Levitating
me.
and Summertime Sadness.
And the
It's
Lord
Leanne's favourite
of
songs.
all
It's a
hopefulness.
no-brainer.
I told you to go.
It's a cafe. I can be here if I want.
Maybe we should take a breather.
No. We'll carry on. You asked about a picture. That's her last school photo. I'll find it.
She hid that for a reason. Made her look like a nerd.
Jacob, maybe you should just go home.
I've got my collage. Literally 100 pictures.
We've moved away from that idea now.
Why are you listening to him?
Get out! You dare to come in here talking about Leanna stinking of alcohol?
I had a drink.
Clean yourself up, you're disgusting.
Because you won't let me help.
Is that what you call it? Imposing your crass ideas when you have no place.
I was a boyfriend.
Not at the end you weren't.
I would have been if I got to ask her.
If you hadn't been drunk at the time as well.
Liam, it wasn't.
I could be off my face and I'd still know how she'd want this funeral. Him's made her cry and she hated black.
Jacob.
No, I'm not having him tell me all my ideas are rubbish. I saw her as she really was, not the side she showed to you.
What? How dare you? 18 years to your 5 minutes. No one knew my daughter as well as me.
Yes.
It gives me and Chaz a lot of comfort knowing that Grace is so near. Obviously, our daughter was a lot younger. 29 minutes, to be exact. But you never stop missing them. And the pain sort of fades.
Yes, I'm aware.
Yeah, sorry. I don't need to tell you about loss, do I? Being a doctor.
You don't need to tell me. Because you don't understand.
I'm sorry?
You had your child for how long? How dare you pretend to understand anything? My daughter died alone, head smashed on a rock, bleeding into the water.
Jacob, just leave it, all right?
Liam, I'm sorry about crashing your meeting before. But we want the same thing. We're on the same side.
I'm sorry. We've already got a new order of service. It's nearly finished.
Then it can still be changed.
What?
Leanna was amazing. She made you notice when she walked into a room. She had style without even trying. She was the coolest girl I know. Her funeral should show that. If she's up there watching it, then I want her to know that we loved her.
This isn't tolerable.
She was obsessed with those neon signs. Sent me links all the time, and blue took her back to a happy place. The sea and the sky, that's why it was her favourite colour. And she loved collecting photos of her mates. Have you seen her Insta page?
I can't.
We don't have to use every single one of my ideas. I'm not saying we go back to the original completely, but we can compromise.
Will you take your son home?
You agree with me? She was only 18. Why would she want an old lady funeral? Will you tell him his ideas are inappropriate?
He's a dad. He gets to make the final call.
But it's not fair. You're disappointing so many people. Not just me, every single one of her mates too. Liam, if you do it your way, you're gonna look back and regret it.
No. No, there's only one thing I regret. Stupid. Stupid to think anyone could have the slightest understanding.
But you've both got your own points of view, and they are both valid.
I've decided. It'll be a private event, family only.
What?
That doesn't include you.
No, you can't do that.
Liam, you don't mean it. You're just very stressed off all this planning. Let's just go home.
No, I mean it. It is the one thing I am absolutely sure of.
Liam, you can't.
Don't try and dissuade me. Or I won't hesitate in banning you too.
Flowers are at the church, and they're lovely. Can I help you with that?
Is it right for today?
It's perfect. Leanna had it made for you.
Or for Christmas? Not for a funeral.
It's a way of keeping her close.
Black is more suitable.
Oh, I mean, I now's not a great time.
Sorry. Liam, I just wanted to drop these off from all of us at the surgery. How are you?
I guess I'm, as you find me.
What can I do to help?
Who keeps doing that?
It's just a few people about the funeral. They're hoping that you've changed your mind about letting them come. They want to pay their respects.
No.
Everyone who loved Leanna, they just want to say goodbye properly.
And they can, but not at a funeral. That's mine.
Of course it is. It'll still be yours if you share it with other people.
You mean Jacob?
And the rest of her friends.
Don't you keep pushing this. Even when I've asked you not to, I'm not saying goodbye to her with them there. Or with you.
Liam.
I needed your support today, Layla.
And you've got it. I am not going to let you sit through Leanna's funeral alone.
You will. Because I don't want you there.
Sorry. I want to support you any way you need it. Please don't do this alone. Let me join you.
Stop. Stop.
You okay?
Why would you do that? I'm going to pay my respect.
Where's he going?
No, Jacob, don't!
I only want to say goodbye.
Mate, if you kick off now, you're going to regret it.
I need her to know I'm here too. I can wait outside then, can't I at least do that for her?
What are you doing here? You can't be here.
I thought you weren't coming and I'm so sorry, Liam. I didn't want you to go through this on your own.
Well, it's not. You've got to go.
Of course. I really am so sorry, Liam.
It's fine. Just stay. Really, please, stay.
Are you ready to begin? All that thou hast made, comfort thou thy servants whose hearts are sore smitten in the breast. And grant that they may so love and serve thee in this life, that together with this thy child, they may obtain the fullness of thy promises in the world to come. through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
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 Liam, I invite you to share Leanna's eulogy with us.
Eulogy?
If it's too difficult or you need a moment.
Oh, so. Thank you, Joe. Leanna was... She was... Leanna was my only child. I was proud to call her my daughter. She was taken too soon. I will love and miss you always.
Can't really...
In the blessed rest of everlasting peace, and in the glorious company of the saints in light. Amen.
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 I understand you want to spend some time with Leanna before we move her.
I could do with some fresh air.
After you.
If it's okay, I'd like to say a quiet goodbye.
Of course.
Get away from her. Get away.
Please, just let me.
Enough with the dramatics.
What dramatics? There's none because you wouldn't give her a proper funeral.
I gave her a decent funeral. Dignified and respectful.
Boring and lonely. The opposite of who she really was.
The spectacle you wanted was disrespectful to my daughter's memory.
What would you know? You couldn't think of two things to say about Leanna in here. Me, all the mates, we wouldn't have shut up about her. We would have sung for her, cried for her, celebrated her, but you robbed her of that. It's like you just want to get rid of her.
Whereas you just want to get rid of a guilty conscience.
What did I do?
You upset my daughter and sent her running to her death. And no amount of whiny tears will ever make up for that. Leanna is in there because of you.
Jacob?
Wait, mate.
We'll go after him.
No. Let him go. Let's give him some space.
What happened in there?
He went against my wishes. If you didn't already know.
Oh, Liam.
May we lay my daughter to rest now?
Of course. We're ready.
Hey. Let Layla look after him now. Just give him some privacy, yeah?
You're right. In these shoes.
Then slow down.
I want to walk with you. Look, if you're mad, you know, just be mad. If you want to shout, shout, whatever. There's no one here.
You went behind my back. I expressly said I didn't want Jacob in the church.
Goodbye. That's all he wanted. So, yeah, I told him to go in. I just didn't want him or you looking back on today with any regrets. I'm sorry.
Heaven has a new beautiful angel. I shine bright.
Thank you.
I'll go and get you a top up. Trying out some new whiskies, they're out back. And I've got the sandwiches that you ordered if you still want.
Thank you, but there's been a bit of a change of plan.
Yeah, no worries. I'll make sure that they don't go to waste.
so awkward. Do you think we should go over?
It's a bit too tense. Best not.
Look, Liam, I didn't mean to.
Disrespect what I wanted.
It's not fair.
Fair. Remind me what that means again.
What did you say to Jacob in the church?
I was honest. I told him Leanna would still be alive if it wasn't for him.
That's not true. It was an accident. How could you say that to him? You know how much he loved her.
Layla, today was my final day with Leanna. The little girl I watched, I nurtured, I taught to walk, to talk, to read. Jacob wasn't there for any of that. He was barely in her life. He was just a phase.
He was more than that.
And yet you insisted on making today all about him. The one day I really needed you.
Yeah, but
My last chance to say a private, dignified goodbye to my daughter, and you've robbed me of that. Mina, I just want to thank you for your support earlier.
There's no need. I just did what anyone else would have.
Hey, Liam. Look, I know today's been the worst, but actually forget it. We'll talk later.
Well, you're here now.
Okay? It's just Layla and the stuff that you were saying to her in the pub.
The private conversation I had with my wife.
Blaming her, it's just not right.
David, it's fine.
No, it's really not.
Please, guys. Today's about Leanna.
Yeah, exactly. And all Layla was trying to do was help Jacob give her the goodbye that she would have wanted.
Just leave it, David.
You trying to suggest I don't know my own daughter?
No, of course I'm not. But he knew her too. And you saying that it was all his fault, talking to Layla like dirt, do you think that would have made Leanna happy?
You have no idea what she would have thought or felt.
All I'm saying is this, today, pushing everyone away that loved her, your idea of saying goodbye.
Shut up.
It's the last thing she would have wanted.
Liam!
Just leave me alone. All of you.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah. She didn't even have a license. No license? No. And the police
She raced, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Till he had her.
Liam?
Are you going to go and talk to him, David? I mean, you know, he's not one to hold a grudge. I woke up this morning and you weren't there. What were you doing? Liam. Can you please just talk to me? Because all I want to do is help, but I don't know what the right thing to do is. Liam, are you listening to me?
Maybe just be quiet.
All right?
What do you think? I take it you heard what I did.
Lamping David?
You seen him about? Is he okay?
I reckon he'll live.
I just don't know what came over me.
I wouldn't sweat it if I were you.
I just don't do things like that. You know, I'm not like other people that do that kind of thing. Being outside is better. When I go home, I can't even talk.
It's to be expected.
You know, I spent most of the night in Leanna's room. I haven't been fair to Jacob. In fact, I've been cruel. Turns out he knew Leanna a lot better than I realised.
You'll get over it.
I know what you're thinking. I need to stop taking it out on other people.
I'll tell you what I do know. Once you start fighting with people, it's hard to stop.
I'll apologise to David. Soon after, I've had one of these.
Same again?
Kane, thanks for helping.
Some boxes over there to open.
Always trying to take advantage.
Good, I was hoping you'd be here.
Oh, yeah?
Hello, Jacob. I feel terrible.
Do you?
Of course. Sorry doesn't even come close. I behaved like a thug. You know, if you've got any issues with it, I can take a look. I'm sure Mina's already checked you over.
My face is fine, Liam.
Well, still, I'm sorry. And you as well.
You're all right.
Do you want to sit down?
I'm okay. It's too much time to think. Now I'm going to start back at work as soon as I possibly can, and try and take my mind off things.
Seems a bit soon. But I'm sure you know best. Have you spoken to Layla? Look, I know it's none of my business, but I think you should talk to her.
I do talk to her.
That's not exactly what she says.
So she's spoken to you about it?
Not like that, but she's upset.
So she has come to you?
Liam, I just want what's best for both of you.
It's definitely hard at home. I was just speaking with Kane about it. It's just like the house is filled with lianas. I just can't engage with anything else.
Layla said you might need some space. Time to yourself. So I said she can stay here if she likes for a few days. Or however long. I think she's going to take me up on the offer, if that helps.
Hey, been busy?
Yeah, I went into Houghton.
Good. I've been thinking.
Thinking? Right. So what have you been thinking?
I was wrong to pressure you to go and see David and Jacob.
Already done it.
When?
About an hour ago.
How'd it go?
It was very informative.
What's with the suit?
Suit? Oh, right. Yeah, I just thought I should get myself moving again, so I called Manpreet. They're struggling to cover for me, so I said I'd start working again tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Wow. Well, I mean, as long as you're not rushing things, then... Well, that's progress, isn't it?
Your stuff's by the sofa.
Hey?
Your stuff, your clothes, your rubbish from the bathroom. It's...
I don't understand.
I hear it's been too much for you, my grief. So you've been planning your escape route.
What?
I've saved you the embarrassing packing scenes. Just leave your keys on the table.
Here we go, we advertise a shop.
Yeah.
You don't understand.
I heard you could be selfish, but I didn't believe it until now.
David was just saying it. He was just trying to help. I was never going to go.
Goodbye, Layla.
Liam? Here you are.
I didn't realise you were looking for me.
You are back at work today, aren't you? Only it's kind of hard to tell with you being here instead of, you know, at work.
Sorry?
Tell that to the patients whose appointments you missed.
Manpreet and I agreed I'd do the afternoon and evening shift. I'd double-check the rota.
Don't worry about it now. I've sorted it. Everyone's been seen and no one else needs to know. Especially Manpreet. She'd only worry you were coming back too soon.
Well, thank you. I just can't believe I did that.
Could you not sleep? I suppose coming back to work is a big step.
I wish it was just there.
Oh, so it's more to do with kicking your wife out then?
I was hoping you weren't going to bring that up.
She stayed with us last night.
Of course she did.
What did you expect, You threw her out with nowhere else to go. How is the honeymoon period going, by the way? I can't imagine what you're going through, but you've got to talk about this. Please, Liam. It's me.
Just, as soon as I turn my back, the first thing she does is run to David and just tell him everything, stuff that I want to keep private, but she doesn't get that.
They do have a weird relationship.
You've noticed it too?
Who couldn't? But you knew that going in.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. I just feel like if she's not going to put me first now, then when will she?
It's not about coming first. Okay, yeah, if this was a competition, you'd win, hands down. But that doesn't mean everyone else taking part isn't hurting. Even me.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be putting all this on you.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, have you ever thought the only reason she's leaning on David is because she can't come to you? And why is that?
I don't know.
I think you do. You've got all this hurt, all this pain, and you're taking it out on the person who loves you most. And I don't know, maybe you not sleeping is stopping you seeing that.
Enough.
Okay, fine. Forget I said anything. I shouldn't have brought it up. Let's just stick to work from now on, shall we? Oh, actually, I did need to ask you something. It's about a patient who came in this morning. He's in his 40s, but looks good for it, though.
Healthy?
Before this, yeah. Not a thing wrong with him. Kept himself fit, has a good diet.
Oh, what's his problem?
He's been through a lot recently. Stress, possible depression, grief.
Mina.
Let me finish. See, he's not slept for weeks now, and it's only getting worse. It's starting to affect his whole life. He's messing up at work, and it's damaging his relationships.
I know what you're doing.
I'm asking you for advice.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'd recommend. Exercise, routine, and some mindfulness techniques.
That's such a lie. If a patient came to you, a father who had just lost his child, and said he hadn't been able to sleep because he can't stop thinking about what he's lost, you tell him to go for a jog?
No, of course I wouldn't.
Then why are you any different? And you're not allowed to say it's because you're a doctor. You need medication to get some sleep, to get your head together, and to save your marriage.
So when were you going to tell me?
Have you got a second?
Yeah, of course.
Mina came to see me.
Look, I didn't put her up to it. OK, she saw how upset I was yesterday, and I thought it might be a good idea.
I'm not angry with you.
Oh, you're not?
She gave me a few home truths. I haven't been there for you.
You have.
I appreciate you trying to be gentle with me, but we both know I haven't. It's just not fair of me to get angry with you because you needed to be there for Jacob or you need to go to David for support.
There was just so much going on, I couldn't keep it all bottled up. I'm sorry, I just couldn't.
I get that. The truth is, I've been keeping a lot inside too, and I haven't been ready to let it go because it felt like losing another part of Leanna. But then I've just been taking all my anger out on you, and I'm not making much sense, am I?
No, you are.
I'm sorry, Lena.
I'm sorry.
You know, I've spoken to Manpreet.
About work?
No, I know you think it's too soon. I do need to work just to distract myself. But, obviously, that's not helping at night when all I can think about. Manpreet has prescribed me some sleeping tablets.
I think that is a really good idea.
Yes, so do I.
When are you due at work?
Not for another hour.
So you could maybe help me bring my stuff back home.
I'd really like that.
Is it just me, or does that look positive?
It certainly does.
I said I'd get through to him, didn't I?
That was you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, I didn't want to say anything to Layla, but after the way that he behaved yesterday, I thought they were done. Do you know how incredible you are?
It doesn't matter, just as long as you do.
I think we need to get you to the hospital.
I didn't know you were friends.
We weren't. We weren't not, but I liked her.
I'm supposed to not know where she is right now. I should be fretting, thinking, why hasn't she texted? Did she catch her flight? Which country is she even in? She was going travelling, you see.
Yeah.
Discovering the world before working out what to do with the rest of her life. You know, which university, what job, where she'd live. A husband, maybe, a family, if that happened. The endless possibilities of youth. But you know all about that. Eh? And good luck. And I mean, good luck. Because that's all life boils down to in the end. Eat your greens, leave the booze, buy a bike, join a gym, all counts for nothing if fate decides that today is your day. I'm supposed to not know where she is right now, but instead, I'm going to know exactly where she is every second of the rest of my life.
Sorry, I've got to go. So how did you know I was okay?
So, how's the pregnancy going?
Well, I mean, I feel as big as a house.
It's not uncomfortable, though.
No, not yet. Oh, the heartburn, no. Especially at night.
Try an extra pillow. Eat nothing after 6 o'clock. Sorry, I've defaulted into doctor mode. I'm sure you know all this anyway.
So, how are you?
You know, struggling. Trying to make sense of it all when there's really no sense to be had.
I still can't believe it.
No, me too. You know, there's a moment when I wake up, a second, half a second, when I forgot that it's happened. And then I remember all over again.
Look, I'm sorry about Noah. He was annoyed because I've let Jamie back in the house.
Ah. How does your mum feel about Jamie?
Well, you know what Mum's like.
Yes, yes, I do. You know, I sometimes miss your mum's madness. Not that I'm saying Bernice is mad, of course.
Well, she's definitely one of a kind.
Yes, yes, she has a somewhat refreshing take on life. I wonder what this one's going to be like.
Good sleeper, I hope.
Yes. Yeah, that's always a bonus.
Juliet, he loves you.
Why are you being so horrible?
Why are you being such a stupid cow?
Look, Noah, I've been so nice to you. Covered for you when your mum was having a go and I needn't have. I thought we were mates.
What is it with you lot?
Excuse me?
Always going for the wrong blokes.
Enough.
Who asked you?
You were incredibly rude and totally inappropriate to a pregnant woman. Now, if you know what's good for you, you will leave. Quietly.
I understand you special.
Liam, you look worn out.
I just popped home for lunch. Just gonna grab another coffee. I'll be fine.
You've not been getting any sleep.
I just can't switch my brain off. It's how they break you, isn't it? Lack of sleep. You can go without water longer if you have to. You know, I think I might need another prescription.
Right. Some counselling might do you more good in the long run.
I'm sure it would, but it's the short run that I'm worried about.
Look, I can give you 1 more week's worth. But I don't need to tell you about the dangers associated with over-reliance on medication.
I am a doctor, or I was last time I looked.
You're also a worn-out, grieving parent. Look, I've got the afternoon off. Why don't I take your surgery? You look fit to drop.
Can't ask you to do that.
You're not. I'm offering.
I owe you one.
1. Maybe several. Who's counting?
I told him, I said, I don't care if you're an astronaut.
The world keeps turning, Jacob, and that is okay. You've still got your life to live. Leanna might have died, but you didn't. I was trying to convince him to go back to college.
Right.
Don't say it like that. She's only trying to help. I'll call you later.
I know that it must have sounded terrible, but I didn't mean it like that.
It's fine. I get it. I know how difficult it is trying to get through to teenagers by whatever means necessary, right?
He's stuck. You know, I'm worried about him.
I know you find it tricky navigating the whole parenthood thing. I mean, it's hard enough trying to lay down the law at the best of times, let alone when things are a bit blurred. You know, you struggle a bit with the mum thing. You'd rather be his mate.
It's not true.
And the main thing is, you mean well. You know, even when you get it wrong. Even veteran parents don't get it right all the time. But the main thing is, he knows that you love him. Yeah. And that's all any of us can really hope for.
Oh, Liam. Oh, I'm glad I've caught you. I was gonna pop round and see how you were doing.
Oh, that's very kind.
We were wondering if you fancied coming to ours for a meal. You know, save you cooking, save you doing the washing up.
Yeah, sure, that'd be nice. Maybe just give it a couple of weeks. Just trying to straighten the keel and get things back on track. Thanks for the offer.
That's okay.
Liam. Layla!
Oh.
There you are.
Just looking for my earring, and I thought I would let you sleep.
Yeah, well, it's miracle I managed, Sam. It's first in ages. Now, those pills must be working.
Good. Liam?
Oh, toothpaste? How did I not notice that? I can't get to work like this.
There's a clean shirt in the wardrobe.
Oh, thank you. Hey, you sure everything's all right? You were very late up last night.
Fine.
of it. It was bliss, just getting a few hours.
It's good.
You are upset with me, aren't you?
No.
It's what I said about you and Jacob, that comment about veteran parents, you trying to be his mate. Look, I'm an idiot. Okay, I'm just delirious from a lack of sleep. I didn't mean a single word. You are a good mum. You're a brilliant one.
I think so.
And Leanna, she really loved you. So does Jacob. You're the only one holding this family together at the moment, and I'm so sorry about that.
It's fine.
No, it really isn't. You know, I need to start facing up to things. And I know I must find a way to move forward. And for us. But you know, we'll find a way. Oh, Tony, that's work. Can we get lunch? Just the two of us. You know, we'll talk and we'll sort everything out. All right? I love you.
Love you.
Yes, Mina, you have...
All right.
Aye. Listen, can we talk? Sorry. I seem to be starting a lot of conversations with that word today, but I mean it.
It's okay.
It's not. It is very much not okay that I ever said anything was your fault, because it isn't. My daughter chose to go to that bridge on that night, and there are 1,000 different events that might have led up to that, 1,000 reasons why, but what happened? It just happened. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
You know, the things I've said and done, Leanna would be so ashamed of me.
No. She loved you and she would have understood. I get it. It's okay.
You're a decent man, Jacob. You're a good person. Kind and clever. That's how she described you once to me. I think she had just copied your homework, but... You okay?
Yeah. Yeah, it's nothing.
Go on, tell me. What's troubling you?
I've been looking for work in the job ads all week. Not much around with a CV like mine.
So you're thinking about college again? Wait, you were setting out to be a doctor once, weren't you?
A few years and missed exams ago, yeah.
Well, you're young. You can catch up.
But maybe I just can't do it. Everyone else has already moved on. Maybe it's too late.
I could help. I did pretty well at college. Well, a straight-A whiz kid, actually. Aced Latin. I might need a bit of textbook catch-up in some areas, but if you're studying sciences, I'm your man.
You coach me?
Because I believe in you. And you should, too. You know, if there's one positive I can take from Leanna, it's that we need to grab life. Ad astra per aspera. Through adversity to the stars. Sorry, that was meant to sound inspirational. It just ended up sounding like something out of Star Wars.
Feel the force, you must.
Up. Better employment opportunities through decent exams come.
Oh, dear. I was wondering when I'd laugh again, and here it is. Cracking Yoda jokes in her graveyard. She'd approve, wouldn't she? Definitely approve of us being friends.
Yeah.
Marlon's finest fare awaits. The things that man can stuff in an arancini.
Sounds perfect, but all I needed was you.
I just spoke to Jacob.
And?
A genuine apology from me, graciously accepted. You have a wonderful son.
Thank you.
He's considering college again.
How did you manage that?
Well, I offered to help him catch up, and I think he's going to go for it.
You're amazing.
Just the first of the promises I had to make today. Now for the second. This is getting switched off. This lunch is just for us to talk.
I got a lot to tell you. I can't wait.
You sure? It's your favourite?
I just thought I'd keep a clear head.
For work or to talk?
Both.
So Sorry. Can I go first?
Yeah, okay.
I'm just struggling. It's the memories. That's what I'm finding so hard. They're just everywhere.
Maybe we should go somewhere, get away. Might help the change.
No more change. I can't bear it. So much has changed already. Sorry, I know you're trying to help.
Just tell me what it is that you need.
I need nothing to happen. I need boring days, one after another, lots of them. Not one single more change, just stability. I need to know exactly what every day will bring, no surprises. Then I can start to rebuild. Can you promise me that? Hey.
Oh, what have you been doing?
Oh, just thanking a few people for their letters of condolence.
People said such lovely things about Leanna.
Yeah, it's very thoughtful of them.
I could help you do that, if you want, just so you don't have to do it on your own.
No, I want to do it. I've been meaning to do it for a while, actually. You know how it is when you put something off you've been meaning to do for ages. I expect you've been putting some things off too.
Is there something wrong?
You tell me. I realise I've been difficult to live with recently, but I thought you understood yesterday when I said I didn't want any changes or surprises. And you must have known about this while I was telling you. Why didn't you say anything?
Are you having fun, Theo? Harry's tired himself out.
I'm asking you a question. Whose is this? I mean, do we need to use it? Are you pregnant?
It's Andrea's.
What?
She was in a meeting. She didn't think she'd get out on time, so she asked me to go and pick one up for her. She was in a right panic.
So Andrea is pregnant to Charles?
No, well, I mean, she thought she might be, but she wanted to be sure, before she told him.
Well, why didn't you just give it to her?
Because she didn't need it in the end. Aunt Flo came.
Who?
The decorators are in.
Oh, I thought you said she was in a meeting.
For God's sake, Liam, she came on a period.
Oh, I see.
So she won't be giving Millie a little brother or sister.
Oh. Look, I'm sorry. I
Panic over.
Well, I won't pretend I'm not relieved. The idea of a new baby, after everything that's just happened, I just don't think I could...
Of course. It'd be too soon. Well, if you can't revive it, we can always have some good old-fashioned cheese on toast. I was thinking about what you said, the other day about not wanting things to change.
Yes, I'm sorry. I probably didn't express myself very well.
And some things are beyond our control, but, some things we have to make decisions about, like where we live and jobs and deciding whether or not to have kids.
Kids? Yeah, that's definitely not on my agenda.
I was just talking hypothetically.
I know what this is about.
You do?
I shouldn't have reacted the way that I did about Andrea's pregnancy test. I'm sorry. It's just... the idea of having another child, just replacing Leanna, that would just be... No, I just... I couldn't even contemplate it.
No, I get it. I mean, with how you feel at the moment, baby just push you over the edge. I'm just going to nip back to the office, actually.
What, now?
Yeah, I forgot a file.
What about your terrible food?
Won't be long.
Hi.
I just want to sleep, Liam.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Or, how about this? We go inside and we talk things through. I promise it will help.
Oh, I'm so glad to see you. I've been really, really struggling.
Oh, no. Tracy, it sounds like you've been having a really rubbish time, and I'm here to help, and I promise I will, but we are better inside.
I know, but they're gonna make me see Frankie. They're gonna push her on me. I can't talk or do anything if she's in the house, okay?
Okay, okay. I'll sort it right now. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. And no one else listens.
Because Amy's lost her keys and then it just didn't feel...
Or a cottage or like a caravan, I don't mind. As long as I'm not... As long as she's just...
Sure. Look, I've asked the crisis team to come over. They're going to chat to you, and then we're all going to decide what to do from there, all right? Listen, Tracy, how do you feel each morning?
Terrified.
Okay. And how long have you felt like that?
All the time, since Frankie. I mean, that's not normal. I knew it wasn't normal straight away. When you asked me, you tried. You're a really good doctor, but I just couldn't talk about him then.
Well, you can now, and you're doing brilliantly. Is there any time that you don't feel anxious or scared?
When she's not with me. It's not her fault, it's just one of those things.
Have you ever thought you might hurt Frankie?
Well, there's always something wrong with her, so I must be hurting her.
But have you ever wanted to do something to harm her in some way?
No, I feel like she... I feel like she's not safe with me, but I don't want to hurt her. I'm just scared of her getting hurt by something, anything, everything, all the time.
Have you ever thought about harming yourself?
No, not really. I don't know. Yes. Just once, really, and that's how I ended up going off.
So was that yesterday?
I did a terrible thing.
Hey.
Thought I'd see what all the fuss is about. Flat white.
Oh, right, is that what you got me?
Goodness, no, I've stuck to your latte. We don't want the world spinning off its axis now, do we? You did want a coffee?
Yeah?
David?
Oh, no. You're not paying for those.
Of course I am.
You're not? No, they're a thank you. Not even a big enough thank you for all the books you gave Jake. He's made up.
Well, he's welcome.
I'm made up as well. Saved me a fortune.
Oh, so you give him the books?
Yeah.
Make sure he looks after them. They're practically heirlooms, aren't they?
No. How's Aisha?
Stable, according to Mina's last update. And the one before that, and the one the hour before that, and the one the hour before that. It's Mina again. Make sure the fridge is clean.
How does she know where you are?
One of those location pin thingies.
Oh, I don't see Emmerdale, do they? Where's she?
Hospital, I think. I don't check it as much as she does.
Must be missing you.
Yeah. Thanks again. I owe you a beer.
It's honestly fine. You're not touching it?
Cold.
Already?
Listen, if I...
He's rubbish at revision, but I could tell you everything about Dawson's Creek. Just could never remember how useful.
Well, I'm sure an encyclopedic knowledge of American teen dramas is useful in some situations.
Just not when you want to study medicine. Thank you. You know, for all your help, I really appreciate it. This is nice.
Just what the doctor ordered.
It never gets old.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
When you get home later, there's something that I want to talk to you about.
Sounds ominous. Should I be worried?
No. No, it's all good. Anyway, shouldn't you order? You only got an hour for your lunch. I'm just going to nip to the loo. I won't be a minute.
Oh, there you are. Thought you'd be dealing with your big emergency.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I had to run off like that.
Yeah, can't be helped. Perils of being a small business owner. I assume you got it sorted?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. How was your afternoon?
Bit up and down.
Same. All right?
Yeah. I had a patient who was the spitting image of Liana. Even had the same sarcastic tone to her voice. It used to drive me mad. Unfortunately, this girl's got this devastating eating disorder, and I just wish there was more I could do for her. I just feel so utterly helpless.
Sorry. I'm really sorry.
Yes. No, I'm going to go and run a bath. I just feel like having a good old soak.
Yeah, you do that, and I'll get tea ready for us.
Oh, almost forgot. You wanted to talk about something.
No, honestly, it's nothing that can't wait.
You sure? Sounded important.
No, you go and go and relax. I'm here if you need me.
Morning. God, I must have slept through my alarm.
Well, you must have needed it. How you feeling?
Like I should follow my own tiresome advice, keep busy. Have you eaten?
Yeah, a bit. Why?
You're just looking a bit wishy-washy.
Oh, it's the green. Yeah, my mum always said I shouldn't wear green.
Listen, I'm taking on Manfred's extra workload today, but I thought maybe we could try and squeeze in a sandwich together at lunch.
I've got an emergency meeting with a client. She's turned vegan at the 11th hour.
And can't Priya or Andrea just suggest meat-free options?
She's clingy. She wants me.
Right. Well, give us a call if you get done early. It still amazes me how worked up people get about weddings. Must be lovely not to have anything better to worry about.
Yeah, it must be.
Honestly, I'm fine. Go on, I'm making you late.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
To the early pregnancy assessment unit, please. Thank you.
Hi, Layla. I'm just headed home for lunch if you've dealt with your emergency. So, just call me back. Yeah. Bye.
Hey.
Priya. Hi. Any word on how Aisha's doing?
Oh, no, nothing really yet. Sorry, what emergency?
Sorry?
Oh, I just heard you mention emergency there on the phone to Layla.
Oh, right, yes. You know, it was just some vegan bridal histrionics.
Right, okay.
Why?
What?
Sorry, is there some kind of other emergency I should be aware of?
No.
Priya?
Honestly, I was just muddled. Just forget I said it.
But you did say it, kind of.
No, I didn't.
Is this to do with Layla?
Liam, honestly, just drop it. I said nothing. Honestly, everything is fine.
Sorry, only just got your messages. It's been a bonkers morning.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, is that for me?
No, I mean, yes, it can be. Listen, I bumped into Priya.
All right.
She seemed odd.
Why? What did she say?
Well, nothing at all.
Oh, all right. Yeah. That's weird. Are we going to go twos on that?
Am I missing something?
Yeah, crisps.
Layla, is there something Priya knows that I don't?
Well, why would there be?
She seemed worried. She was covering it, almost, but not quite. Layla. Darling, you can tell me anything at all. For heaven's sake, please, just...
I think I might be losing our baby. I went to see Wendy earlier on today as well, and she's booked me in for a scan at the hospital tomorrow.
So this pregnancy test...
7. I did 7.
Right. Right, so that pregnancy test of Andrew's, that was yours, right? So you didn't want me to know?
No, I wanted to tell you more than anything, but I couldn't find the right time.
Any time would have done.
Would it? Really, Liam? Because you looked me in the eye and told me you couldn't contemplate having any more kids, so I was terrified, wasn't I? I thought this could end our marriage.
You make me sound like a tyrant.
I am not blaming you. But I want this baby, right? And I knew that you didn't, and I thought I might end up on my own.
Layla, that's nonsense. I mean, you could have at least tried to say something.
I did. I suggested that we go away, and I was going to tell you then, but you...
I was scared. I couldn't cope. Kate, things were on a knife edge anyway. I was worried that any change of routine or surprises, it could send me spiralling again. If you'd just explained.
I didn't know how. No, I kept hoping that you might notice. You know, that I wasn't drinking wine, that I was skipping coffees. And then yesterday I thought, yeah, you know, now's the time to tell him. And then I started bleeding.
So the pub yesterday, well, there was no crisis you had to rush off for, was there? Except your own.
Hey.
I'll admit, I haven't exactly been approachable.
Please don't go blaming yourself.
You've had to cope with all this on your own.
Yeah, well, I feel much better after a big snotty cry. I can highly recommend it.
I mean, it's not just that you're my wife, I'm a doctor.
Well, you're not mine.
But Manpreet's away, you needed medical advice.
Wendy has been amazing.
But she is not a GP. Look, do you have any questions?
No.
You sure?
Liam, our baby might have just died.
Yeah, I understand that. Of course you're upset.
And you're not.
I don't know how I feel. I think maybe I've just lost so much already that this
Seems irrelevant.
No, of course not. A lot of pregnancies end in miscarriage. It's common.
I know.
And clinically, it's very early. It's first trimester.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry if that sounds harsh.
No, it's fine. You know, you're Mr. Practical. So about the scan.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll check my diary, but I know it's pretty jam-packed. I've obviously got all Manpreet's patients as well.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, we're both busy, aren't we? So.
Busy. Best keep moving. Layla,
Yeah.
do let me know if you start a fever or heavier bleeding.
Yep, I will.
Dr. Cavanagh?
Bit formal?
Working hard, I see.
Actually, I've been rushed off my feet since Manpreet's away.
You can find time for a coffee,
Just about.
but not to go with your wife for her scan.
I don't have to defend myself to you.
No. No, you don't. I appreciate everything you're going through. Losing your daughter. You know, if anything happened to Amber, I don't know how I would cope. But the thing is, Layla really needs you right now.
I just don't know what I can offer her.
Your love and support, hopefully. You do still love her.
Of course.
Well, then show her that. Yeah, be there for her, hold her hand. Because if you carry on like this, you're going to end up driving her away.
Is that what she told you?
She's been putting you first, Liam. Can't you at least pretend to be grateful and return the gesture?
She said she was okay with the miscarriage.
Oh, for goodness sake. She needs you. It's about time you try to pull yourself together, because if you don't, you're going to end up losing Layla. Is that what you really want?
I'm surprised you came. What made you change your mind?
Priya sort of told me off.
Oh, right. So you're not here off your own bat then?
No, I'm glad I came. You know, she's right. I've handled this badly.
I guess you've got enough grief, haven't you? Without me piling more on.
All the same, you're my wife. I don't want you thinking I'm taking you for granted.
Thanks.
Sorry about that. We're really busy today.
No problem. So, what can you tell us?
It is a miscarriage, I'm afraid. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I thought as much. It's fine. Just came in to confirm it, that's all.
Yeah. You'll be all right.
What happens now?
Well, you can expect some bleeding for a few days, but certainly no more than a week.
I think she was asking me.
Of course. Sorry. I'm a doctor myself. You'll need to take it easy for a couple of days. I recommend a sofa, a duvet, and a box set of rom-coms.
Can you just stop? You're doing it again. Will you just be my husband and let her do her job?
Right. Right, sorry. Again.
I'm going to give you a few moments. I'll track down some information about aftercare.
I seem to be letting you down.
You're here. No, that's the main thing.
You know, we can get over this. There'll be other chances to have babies.
That what you want?
If that's what you want.
I just want to put all my efforts into our marriage, you know, and looking after you.
I told you about the repossession.
You okay?
Why do you ask?
Oh, you didn't say a word on the drive home.
I'm just taking it all in. How are you doing?
I'm fine. As well as can be expected in the circumstances.
Look, I know how terrible this must be for you.
It's terrible for both of us, isn't it?
Of course. Shall I make you a cup of tea?
I think I'm just going to go and have a lie down.
Are you sure? Whatever you need. I'm so glad everyone's okay. That's all that matters. Eh? Yeah, all right. I'll see you later. Okay, bye.
Yes, loads. But none of them are related to the menopause, so you don't need to worry. Marlon's life is no longer in danger.
Right, I've given you 2 months' worth. They should go through to the pharmacy. Anything else?
Actually, yeah, I wouldn't mind picking your brain. April has been off vomiting all week, and I thought she was getting better, but this morning it's come back again.
Okay, bring her in.
Well, I'm not sure if she is sick or if it's just because she doesn't want to go to school. The thing is, she was being bullied, and I don't know whether it's related to that.
So then it's a school issue.
Yeah, I know.
So, why are you speaking to me about it?
Sorry. I just thought...
If you'll excuse me.
Are you all right?
What do you mean?
If ever you need to talk to someone.
Why would I bare my soul to you? A second-rate vet with a history of painkiller addiction. I think I can manage, thank you.
Well, if ever you change your mind, you know where I am.
Liam? Are you all right?
Just go, please.
No, I'm not going to leave you like this. You'll be all right. Just take some deep breaths. I'm going to sit here until you get yourself sorted.
Let.
Just comes over me in a wave.
No. There isn't a pain like it.
You know, you're the first person who hasn't said, it'll get better.
That's because it doesn't. Just learn to live with it.
I miss her so much.
I know you do.
I'd rather you didn't say anything to Layla about this, as you probably know she's got her own issues to deal with.
Oh, of course, if that's what you want. You sure you're all right?
Yes, thank you.
Right. Well, I'll leave you to it.
Wendy, can I ask why you're leaving?
It's personal.
But do you have another job? Or...
No.
Because I'll be honest, I'd really, really like you to stay.
I can't, Liam.
After what you just witnessed, you know it won't go any further. I mean, maybe there's something I can do to help.
There's nothing anyone could do. I lied about a conviction.
Oh, you know.
Right, well, we wouldn't trouble the local debate team.
See ya.
See ya.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Well, it's going to take a while for me and Victoria.
Oh, more atmospheres than you can shake a stick at. Things haven't been easy at home either.
No.
You know, Manpreet rang earlier, just to check in, but couldn't help feeling paranoid.
Well, she hasn't heard anything from me, I can promise you that. She just cares. Remember what a mess I was when I first started at the surgery?
Bereaved mother and brilliant nurse, when you still are, regardless of other matters.
Yeah. Look, the reason I'm here is to ask if you've reported me yet. Liam, you have to. I can't bear this making things harder for you than it already is.
I don't want you going anywhere, okay? And right now, you're the only person I can talk to. Let me get you a coffee.
Service!
Oh, you just been...
Yeah, I'm really miffed with you two, Kathy. Oh, I could strangle them. You worry yourself sick and they're just having fun in a bush shelter. Oh, my word. I am so sorry.
It's fine.
Seriously, Brenda, it's fine.
Flaming kids.
See? How can I lose you when we share what we do? The truth is, I've binned your resignation letter.
Liam, you shouldn't have done that. This isn't just going to go away, and I'm not even sure I want it to. Maybe coming clean.
It was a long time ago. You were wrong. It was a stupid mistake, but you're a deeply moral woman. I'm not going to let you ruin your life over...
If Rush chooses to, he could drop me right in it.
Well, then, you need to persuade him to choose not to do that.
He's not exactly a reasonable man.
He might still want what's best for Harry. And what have you got to lose just by talking to him?
Oh, I wouldn't have held it against you in the circumstances.
Whereas I would have lost an experienced nurse practitioner. And besides, colleagues support each other through good times and bad.
Thought I'd get myself a large. Venus Thursday's the new Friday.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, well, you know, you say something enough and it becomes a thing.
Talking of Friday, I've got a locum starting.
News to me.
Only just arranged it. A chance came up to do some work at Hotland General. Escaped the well-meaning but overbearing concern of my patients.
Oh, right.
And knowing that I got Wendy at the surgery to keep a keen eye, means I can do things like this. Right, Wendy?
Of course. You can always rely on me, you know that.
Just surprised you haven't mentioned it before now.
Well, I haven't started yet, and might not work out.
Well, I guess if you think getting away from the surgery will help, then...
Can't hurt to try. Yeah.
Your dad was like a Yorkshire Julio Iglesias.
We got everything? Keys, wallet, hospital pass?
Yep. Well, it passes in the car. Listen, it's a busy day today, so I might not get a chance to text you.
Oh, that's okay. I've been meaning to ask, what ward are you on?
Alderney. Alderney is orthopaedics. It's not very sexy.
It is now you're on there. Going all shy.
You got much on?
Invoicing. Anything, really, to keep my mind off poor Andrew and Millie. Sorry, that must just bring it all up.
No, not really. No, it's completely different. So what do you fancy for dinner tonight? I can get something on the way home.
Don't know. Oh, we could have a fish supper. There's that nice little chippy in there near the hospital.
Yeah, okay, yep. All right, see you later.
Hi, Liam. I could save a few lives.
So, how was your day?
Fine, thanks, yeah. Yours?
Yeah, it was good. Is that mud on your knee?
Yeah, must have bent down to tie my shoelaces.
Not very hygienic, is it?
I wear scrubs.
Right, so are you like agency staff? Do you flit between wards and hospitals?
No, I don't flit, Layla. I work on Alderney in orthopaedics. I told you already. So, why are you interrogating me like this?
I'm not interrogating you. You don't talk about your new job much. I think it's weird.
Oh, right. Sorry, what is this? You think I'm having an affair with one of the nurses or something?
No, how'd you say that?
Well, who knows how your mind works? Do you want to check my phone? Look, you are being paranoid, Layla, and I'm not going to indulge it, so just drop it, OK? Hey, you haven't seen my charger, have you? I can't have lost another one.
Shouldn't you be dressed? Wouldn't you be late for the hospital?
Yeah, I got the morning off.
Hmm.
Look, I'm so sorry about yesterday. I shouldn't have lost my temper like that.
I mean, all I did was ask you about your job. Surely that's fairly standard conversation, you know, for a married couple. Like, how was your day? I'm not having an affair.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely not.
Yeah, I know. I didn't say that you was. That were you.
I just had a really stressful day at work. But it was wrong to take it out on you, so...
You know that you can tell me anything. Anything at all.
I know, yeah. Same goes both ways. We're all right, aren't we?
Yeah, sure.
Just me.
I won't be long.
Oh, here it is. Right. Well, I better get myself ready. Morning, Priya.
Morning.
Something really bar hotel, is it?
We're not even in Harrogate.
It's like one of those home rentals. Cheaper than a hotel for a grotty hookup.
What's he got there? Some kind of spady thing.
Babe, that's a trowel. But I mean, what on earth is he doing with that?
Do you know, I think we might be wrong about the whole affair thing.
Well, if he's not getting it on with Bernice, I mean, what on earth is he doing?
This is completely empty.
There we go. Probably won't last 5 minutes now the weather's turned, but adds a bit of colour, doesn't it?
Who's he talking to? I can't see.
Shame these apples are going to waste. Do you remember when we planted this tree? You must have been, what, 8, 9 years old?
I don't think there's anyone there.
It was the stringiest looking thing in the whole garden centre, and you just made a beeline straight for it in that typically determined way. What was it you said? It looks so sad, Daddy. Can't we give it a happy home? Now look at it, eh? Tall, strong, beautiful. Just like you were.
This was a mistake.
I don't understand what that was.
Oh, we're in Horsforth. Liam and Leanna used to live in Horsforth with his first wife, so this must be their old house.
Meet my beautiful wife.
Oh, they're lovely, thank you.
And I'm going to rustle up something delicious for our tea. Priya, you're very welcome to join us.
Oh, thank you, but I've got to get home for Amberth.
Are you busy today?
Yeah, just been rushed off my feet. I've barely had time for lunch.
Oh, wow, that busy.
Yeah, it's a big backlog at orthopaedics. You know, we're just constantly chasing our own tails.
Help keep your mind off things, does it?
Oh, it certainly does. I mean, don't have time to scratch my own backside, let alone dwell on things too much. Anyway, enough about me. How have you been?
Great.
You sure? You just seem a bit...
A bit.
Don't know, like you're not telling me something?
It's just all the stuff with Jamie. It's bringing things back up for me.
Like I said, I haven't found Jamie's death particularly triggering, so you don't need to pretend to be okay just to protect me.
I'm fine. I'm looking forward to my tea.
All right, me too. Better get cooking.